Today we're welcoming Anne Morris to Altrincham Football Club to talk about Match of the Dames, which is a fantastic new initiative. But first of all, Anne, you're a sponsor of Altrincham Football Club. You're part of the Altrincham Football Club investor group. Tell us how all that's happened.
I am, Brian, and look, it's brilliant to be here today. I'm really excited to talk about Match of the Dames and how we've got to be where we are. Our journey with Altrincham, or my journey with Altrincham, started a couple of years ago when my husband joined the investor group. We were invited to join the investment group, which was investing in the club at that time. And I had never been to the ground before. I was a complete, not newbie to football, but I was a complete newbie to Altrincham. And so the very first game that we came to, we came as a family, and it was an absolutely brilliant day. It was bank holiday weekend in August, beginning of the season. We had 3 generations of family there, right from grandparents down to almost just not much more than toddlers. And there were about 16 of us there on the day, and it was just a fantastic experience, and it really just showed me what local football was all about.
So what is Match of the Dames all about? Tell us where the idea came from.
What's become clear to me over the last, it didn't really strike me straight away, I'll be really honest. It kind of was what I expected, to have a stand full of, very lively, very loyal male supporters. And I never really questioned it. But then sort of during this season, just looking around, I just thought, why aren't there more women here? I'm here. Why aren't there more women here? And it's not like there are no women. We do have a good supporter base of women. What would I do if this was my problem? What would I do to try and encourage more women to come? And I'm a bit of a problem solver. I run my own business, so I'm an entrepreneur by nature. And I kind of just thought, how am I going to make this change happen? So I came up with this idea, which has become Match of the Dames, and it's really a campaign to encourage women to come to their local football club and not be worried that they've never been before or they don't feel it's for them. It's not just about the game itself, but the game is the centrepiece of a brilliant Saturday afternoon of entertainment. And that starts with a meeting away from the ground, somewhere which ladies perhaps more familiar with, and going and meeting somewhere local, which a nice sort of get-together, drinks, coffee, whatever that looks like. And then coming across to the ground, nicely in time before 3 o'clock to get a photo on the pitch maybe, or feel like you're part of things before it starts. Watching the game, obviously, and enjoying that experience. And then following up with a little bit of ceremony, presenting the player of the match perhaps, or having a picture with the player of the match, and then sort of having a nice round off and going home. But what's really key to it, I think, is the wraparound around the day, so that there is community beforehand, explaining to women what's going to happen, what it's going to be like, the fact they're not alone in coming for the first time. They'll be with a group of people all in the same position. And afterwards, the sort of buzz on the socials and getting that feel from them as well, as to what it was like, and encouraging others to come and join on as well. At each game, we will have 20 women who have never been to local football for the first time, so they will be newcomers to this experience. And so over the course of a season, we're going to identify 10 home games, 10 away games, so that will be in total 400 women who've never experienced local football for the first time. And the aim is that they come and enjoy the event. There's the Match of the Dames event. We're going to make it a really big splash. But then afterwards, they will make connections which then they feel they could go again and, connect with that community that they've experienced and sort of come to know on that first visit, and then build it out from there. And each time we have a new group of 20 coming on to their Match of the Dames experience. All those who are currently part of the Danes team, if you like, would welcome them in and make it again feel more of a community, so that eventually I would hope that we have all 400 effectively on the same network and connecting through the football, but then obviously developing friendship, connecting, perhaps work networking and so on, that sort of thing. Absolutely fine. It's about the football as it is for men, providing something as well as the actual game. But the wraparound for men is about social, coming and meeting their friends that they see at the game and coming and bringing their dads and lads, and it's all of that side of things. Women don't have that tradition with the game. Certainly, not in my experience, they don't have that tradition in the game as much. So what else can they get from it, and what other community can they have around it, which, gives them that same feeling of belonging?
Well, not only women from in and around the Altrincham area, women from Rochdale, from Carlisle, from Brackley as well. So this is very inclusive. It's not just about Altrincham.
No, I see Altrincham as being the real launch pad of something which I hope in 3 years' time will be a national endeavour, national venture. Yes, the idea is that we would go as our away day as a one-off game to the away clubs that are identified, the ones that I'll choose as the games for this year. But no, the idea is that we'll sow a seed there, which then we hope will take root. And because of the ongoing connection after the game, hopefully somebody in each one of those grounds that we go to will really value that experience and value that connection and want to get involved and perhaps lead it in their locality the following year. So Match of the Dames is just going to be a laugh for the ladies. The idea is that it's just coming along and bringing yourself, coming out for a good time and connecting with other women who you wouldn't do otherwise. And everybody that I've spoken to so far who wants to get involved just sees that sense of female community that they just don't have and sees that as a really positive, fun thing that they want to get involved with.
One of the key things for us is about, although attracting women, it's not just, women that have never been before. It's about women coming to experience what a Saturday afternoon can look like at the J Davidson, which is exciting, and really get that whole, as Anne speaks really confidently about, that wrap round, that meeting together, that becoming a real community in itself, and experiencing it. Whether you know anything about football, it really doesn't matter. We look at men that come, men that have season tickets, on their own, and they meet the same people every week. And I think that Anne noticed something that, women aren't really kind of playing into that and coming. And so I suppose from a social point of view, from a community point of view, we really are offering that at the J Davidson. And as I say, Anne is a formidable woman, full of energy, and I'm in awe of her, and we really just want to support.
What sort of match day experience do you think these people are going to experience? Because bear in mind, it's going to be the first football match that they've attended.
For our level of football, we can offer something really special and really attractive. You can walk round, you can navigate the ground. You can do that at Old Trafford. So in terms of people kind of stepping into the water, if you will, for the very first time of coming to football, it's a really great experience. You can stand, you can stand at the end of the pop to start, and you can go to the Golf Road for the second half. You can go and be in the sun, or if it's raining, you can come and sit behind me in the main stand. And I really love all that. And I think that it's almost like this secret superpower that we have. So I'm loving that Anne is getting involved in this and selling it.
It's about football, it's about Altrincham Football Club, it's about community, and it's about getting together.
Absolutely, getting together, meeting new people, some shared experience, and building those memories. How wonderful if you can come with your mum, your granddaughter, your granny, and then and come back. I just think it's great. We have such a strong outreach into the community as well. Our junior population is growing, absolutely. The women's game is on such a high. But I think that that's all done terribly well, but come as a woman and come and watch a game of football, and who cares if you don't know what the offside rule is? Come in your heels, glam up, glam down, but just come, have a great time, and genuinely the welcome you're going to get is just phenomenal.